Hello there, my name's Scott. Today I'm going to be doing a review on the big Boaby cartomiser tank, which I received from www.alba-vapors.co.uk. Before I start though, I must point out I did receive it free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product remained true, honest and accurate as always. Okay, so it's spelt B-O-A-B-Y. Now I just sort of assumed it was still meant to be pronounced as in baby, but I've done a bit of researching last night and it is actually pronounced Boaby. Now when I've done a bit of further researching, so I was thinking, what does Boaby actually mean? And it's actually a Scottish slang word for penis. So without further ado, let's go straight ahead and look at my big penis in a little bit more detail. Okay, so here is everything that comes included with the tank. You're going to get yourself 4 bags of these O-rings, and there's 2 O-rings in each bag. And this will allow you to use it with cartomisers, or if you want, you can also use it with something like a CE2 clearomiser. You then get the actual tank, and I'll show you that in a bit more detail in a second. One of these dual coil cartomisers, and according to my Proveri, this is reading at 1.5 ohms. A silver drip tip, and one of these tank filling sort of gadgets, and again I'll show you that in a second. So here we have the actual tank, and you know, it's a very nice looking cartomiser tank. On either end you've got these very nicely finished stainless steel end caps, and you can see in the inside there you've got O-rings which are going to grip your cartomiser. And when you first put the cartomiser in there, it does sort of slide up and down a little bit, but once the e-liquid that is sort of forming that sort of like a wet seal, I suppose, once that sort of disperses, then, like, you know, it really does grip the cartomiser almost too tight. If anything, you know, it is sometimes a bit of a struggle to actually pull the cartomiser out, so you've got no chance of it sort of flying off or anything like that. The actual tank is made out of Pyrex, and it can hold 4 millilitres of e-liquid, and as far as I'm aware, I can't see any warnings on the website, so you should be able to use this with sort of pretty much any e-liquid without any sort of cracking problems. Now the tank uses these dual coil cartomisers, so they're a little bit longer than your sort of standard sort of length like bow cartomiser, for example. Obviously use a 510 connection, so you can use the tank on anything that also has a 510 connection. And these particular cartomisers have got a flange at the bottom there, which obviously is going to help stop the tank from sort of sliding about a bit. But you can use these with cartomisers that don't have the flange, no problems whatsoever. As you can see, it's also a pre-punched cartomiser, so you don't need to worry about sort of punching it yourself. But again, no, you can just use regular cartomisers and just punch the hole yourself once this one is sort of worn out. Before you start using the tank, you do need to fill up the cartomiser with some e-liquid, and the simplest way to do that is just to take your e-liquid and start dripping some drops in the top there, and then let it soak in for a bit, and then just start dripping again. Now I've pretty much already filled this one up, so I don't need to do much more to it, and it's all ready to go straight into the tank. Okay, so we're now going to put the cartomiser inside the tank. Now when doing this, you do need to be sort of wary that the edges of the cartomiser here, they're not sharp, but they're not exactly sort of blunt either. And obviously as you're pushing it inside the cartomiser, you could damage those O-rings that are inside there. So what I would advise is that you put this little sort of tank filling gadget in there, and then obviously that gets rid of those sort of sharpish edges. And then all you got to do is literally just insert it inside the tank and start pushing it through. Now if you find that it's a little bit tough to push through, you can put a little bit of water on there to act as a bit of a lubricant, but this should go hopefully. Now I'm not going to push it all the way through, I'm just going to do it so it's just coming out the top, so it's like that. And now because I've got that nice gap there, it means I can just sort of take my bottle of e-liquid like this, start dripping onto the edge of the tank filler, and that'll fill up your tank nice and easy. And then once it's full, you just got to sort of push it through, and that's it, job done. So I'm just going to literally take my e-liquid and just start dripping it or feeding it down the down that side of the tank filler. And using one of these tank fillers just allows you to sort of get a lot more juice in, really, with less hassle. So I should just about do it. And now what we've got to do is just push it all the way through. That's it, job done. And then once you've filled the tank, you then just got to replace the white tank filler with the drip tip. That just obviously just pushes in the top. And that's it, you can attach it to any device that uses a 510 connection and have a nice vape. And obviously the idea of these cartomizer tanks is that little filling hole down the bottom there, that will start drawing in the e-liquid from the tank. It just means you can sort of vape for ages and ages without having to sort of worry about sort of topping up or refilling. Okay, so let's go and have a look and see what it vapes like. Okay, so that is the big Boaby, and unfortunately not my big penis. Okay, so obviously I'm going to show you it in action now, bearing in mind it's the actual sort of cartomizer really that's doing most of the work rather than the like the tank. But so I've got the tank filled up with some 18 milligram strength extreme ice menthol flavoured e-liquid, which Albert Vapors very kindly included. And the cartomizer is reading 1.5 ohms on my little mini Pro Vary, and I've just got it set to 3.8 volts. As you see, like vapor-wise, you know, the cartomizer that comes with the tank, you know, produces really nice amount of vapor. And like I said, I'm only using this at 3.8 volts. So if you've only got yourself something like a standard sort of Ego battery, then you're going to be getting pretty similar results. The cartomizer is also really good for the bringing out the flavour. Like this is that extreme ice. So I suppose it's like a Tic Tac sort of flavour, mint Tic Tacs, but like exceptionally strong, and the flavour's coming through sort of spot on really. And you know, throat hit wise, getting a nice strong kick in the back of my throat. Now, if you like using the like cartomizers, and you just want something that's going to last you a bit longer, then this is a very nice tank to go for. Like the actual sort of quality of the actual like the tank section and the actual stainless steel end caps, it's all very nice, nicely machined. Looks very nice. It's going to make any sort of any device look, you know, pretty attractive really. And not a lot else I can really say apart from it's just a very nice tank system. Now, so if you fancy trying one of these out for yourself, go along to www.albert-vapors.co.uk. Thank you very much for watching, and also come along and visit my website at www.e-cig-reviews.com. That's e-cig-reviews.com. Cheers guys, happy vaping, see you later.